going to be the full moon pick-a-card. So we have here for pile 1 the pomegranate with the sun charm. For pile 2 we have the carrot with the tree charm. And for pile 3 we have Myrtle with the angel charm. Alright, let's take a moment before you pick your card, if you haven't already, and breathe. So go ahead and take however much time you need. You can pause to really connect with the cards and the charms. You can choose off either. If you would rather choose off of the Zodiac, we're going to go ahead and pick those as well. So for pile 1, we have Capricorn, Gemini, Cancer, and Leo. That's perfect with the sun there. Alright, for pile 2, we have Virgo, Taurus, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. For pile 3, we have Libra, Pisces, Aries, and last but not least, Aquarius. So go ahead and pick however feels right for you. If it doesn't resonate, let it go. Perhaps there's another reading that will resonate more for you. And without further ado, let's dive right into it. Hello and welcome, pile 1. We're going to get into your reading here. If you chose this pile, this is the pomegranate. Let's get your charm that you'll have already seen, but go ahead and get your charm. Alright, we have the sun. Okay. So if you chose this pile, you chose the pomegranate with the sun charm. And okay, for your group, we already got your 50 plants that heal card. We're going to use the Enchanted World Tarot, and then we will move into, actually we're going to let's start with Queen of the Moon Oracle, then get into the Enchanted World for Tarot, and then we'll get your Star Dragon card. Alright, let's get into this here. So we have here peace. It is the waning crescent, number 28. Acceptance, number 4, waxing crescent. And sovereignty, Queen of the Moon, number 41. So I actually chose your cards after picking your plant card and it being pomegranate. That's why I chose Queen of the Moon Oracle and Star Trek. Like, based on the card for the pick-a-cards, I go from there and choose which decks I'll be using. And it makes sense that this card would come out. It looks like there's some radical acceptance going on. Some surrendering and finding peace in all of life's phases. And with that, you are reaching this like wonderful mastery, this wonderful ability to, you know, be the maestro of your life. All right, let's go ahead. Wow, okay, a fly just landed on my right hand. That is a symbol of, it's like a symbol of change, of abundance. With it being the right hand, that would be about kind of taking the ropes. You're making these changes, but it's not without some turmoil, and learning how to guide through yourself through that. Like, you are also being guided through that for sure. But yes, with pomegranate, you know, that is a very powerful card. There are pomegranates all over the High Priestess card, and pomegranates always bring me to Persephone. And so I do see you're a very intuitive person, and you are very capable of great power. And, you know, I would kind of say this card is even very High Priestess in its energy. Alright, let's go ahead and dive into the tarot. Also, if you are on the feminine cycle, my cats are playing right now. Pomegranates are a wonderful fruit for certain parts of your cycle, so that's something to possibly look into. But perhaps perhaps there's something in a pomegranate that your body could use. I am not a doctor. I am not advising you in anything other than like looking into it, what vitamins are in that, and it's always good to go to a doctor and, you know, check your levels whenever you are able to, if it's been a while. Or another great thing is to like follow apps where you track your food intake, because they can help show you, at least some of them. There's a great one I'll put up here, that a chronometer that tells you your nutrient levels based on what you eat. We have here the Two of Swords and the Six of Wands. So you might feel in a conflicted place, but know that you are doing a great job. You are doing wonderfully with whatever challenges you're being presented with right now. They might have you in your head a bit, but you are doing a great job at navigating things. I see you are very connected to your intuition. You might doubt your intuition sometimes. So I think that is a lesson here to look at, that perhaps you need to trust your intuition more. Now that's of course not without taking in logic, all things in balance, but I do think some of you are channelers yourself. But it's a matter of getting out of your head and discernment, separating what is coming in and what is just your conflicted thought. Perhaps tied with emotion. But also, I'm being given to use that emotion to fuel certain areas in your life, because you're very capable of taking things and transmuting them into different things. Creative, it could be in your creative process. This is my cat Falcon here. But yeah, I think you might be going through a period where you're being shown a lot about maybe your past, about just things that have to do with the fabric of who you are, and you're navigating these wonderfully. It's perhaps a period of processing, but it just sometimes, like, make sure you step back sometimes in that and you don't begin to overthink it. Allow yourself to ruminate on things, but do so slowly. When I think of the word ruminate, I think of both rumi, but I also think about I forget the term, but it's like how animals, like certain types of animals that believe it's the herbivores, like grass feeders specifically, that really slowly chew on things. Their digestive system works a lot differently, and so like they have to slowly chew on things and you know, that process is looked at as like rumination. I think that's the word actually even for it. The grazers. And you know, think of it that way for your thoughts. Like allow yourself to slowly ruminate and not get too wrapped up in it all, so that it doesn't take over your mind. Your mental facilities don't entirely take over, because it's important for you to stay connected with your intuition. And sometimes if your mental your mind takes over, like your actual thought takes over, and you're going to that can, you know, overpower. You need a balance there to really tap into that channeling aspect. Sorry, my cat is definitely getting into things. Alright, so we have the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 2 of Hearts, which is the 2 of Cups, and the Fool card. So I see it's been a struggle for you to reconnect with yourself. And to start a journey on your own. Perhaps you've stepped away from your home. Perhaps you've had a recent breakup. Perhaps it's been the first period in your life where you've really been on your own, and it's been a necessary part to learn about yourself. And that's just been part of the challenge you're meant to face. It's a destined thing for you right now, but it's tough, but it's going to lead you on new adventures, and ultimately very much so rejuvenate you. Over here we have the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Swords reversed, and Ace of Hearts. So with the 4 of Swords reversed and the Ace of Hearts, you are going to connect with yourself. You're going to rejuvenate. You're going to step back out after a period of rest, and these new beginnings are going to take hold. But again, it is important to come back here and look at, reflect on, like, making sure that you aren't too in your head, and you have a good balance of mind and heart, of logic and abstract, because that will help you see any red flags, because they will come up. That's just a part of the journey and part of life. You know, we disillusion ourselves even, and ignore those red flags sometimes. And so I think that is why it's important for you to connect with yourself here, which you're ultimately going to. And you're going to carry that forward. So I don't see this being an issue, but just something to be mindful of. Alright, let's get your star tracking card. Smelled cologne. I couldn't say what kind it was, but I definitely just smelled, I mean, it could be perfume, but it felt more cologne-like. Okay, and I think I am It's far away, so it's hard to see, but I think I might be seeing that same fly, but on the wall across from me. Oh, it definitely is. It moved around now. Okay, so yeah, there could be a fly on the wall, somebody watching you. It doesn't necessarily have to be a negative thing. I mean, I think nobody loves that feeling, but I just mean they might be interested in you. It might be that kind of thing. But I do see you're in a period of wanting to connect with yourself. Healing, restoring hope. And we have culmination, completion, and renewal. That's perfect with this. So yeah, you are going to get back into a deep connection with yourself, knowing what vibes with you, just really feeling yourself. And it's going to help you culminate new adventures in life. This again feels like sovereignty, so also being able to stand in your own. So I see this Knight of Pentacles becoming a part of your outcome and not just a challenge. You are going to overcome it. You're winning. You're in a winning attitude, and that's going to keep carrying forward. And you're going to learn to not give away any power. Alright, let's get your charms. Get this one that fell. Okay, we have the angel, and I'm getting this song Calling All Angels by who's the artist? They sing Drops of Jupiter. I'm getting a train as well. Maybe that's what they're called. I'll put it in when I get to it. But it might be another song. I don't know. But yeah, we do have an angel here. So know that you're being guided through this. Trust your intuition, because those whisperings are, there to guide you. And they come from the heart, not the mind. If you're too in your head, it becomes sometimes you can head over heart contradict those very things that you're being given. So just be mindful of that. This moon is reminding me of Sailor Moon. So much. Okay, we don't have the High Priestess here, but I am getting a lot of High Priestess energy. I think you are a channeler. I did also just get the fly land on my toe. Your foot is about spirituality. I believe the knees are like the joint to where it goes into spirituality. Your hands are more of the physical realm of things. So for a fly to land on my toe, I'll look into that and put it up here. I'm getting refreshment with this. You're going to feel renewed. Renewal, full. I'm getting a lot of refreshing, renewing energy. We have the axe here. This might be called something else actually when it's a double, or maybe it's just double axe. But it is reminding me of wings also, but it's also reminding me of, or telling me that you are going to be looking at things that you want to cut out of your life. Things you, oh yeah, and with the fly landing on me, that is about change. So there might be some things that you want to look at, maybe habits or substances, like, you know, it can be anything, foods, whatever, that you're looking at to possibly cut out of your life, because you're in this seat of power, and I see that being used in a way, like a honing. Alright, we have the kid here. I think you are getting memories coming up, surfacing, to try to, and sometimes they might make you get conflicted. So again, like, step back, don't get too in your head about them, but they're coming up for a reason, for you to process. We have love and the arrow. I was feeling like love coming in, this part being part of the new beginnings. But again, I think right now you're very much so focusing on yourself, on loving yourself, giving yourself the like more fulfillment, connecting with your intuition, connecting on a deeper level with who you are deeply. This is belief. It's kind of like a new, it reminds me of like the new, what plant is it? Is it hostas? No, it's ferns. When ferns first are planted and they spiral. So this kind of reminds me of spring and new beginnings. Alright, well, we are going to leave this here. Actually, Falcon, we're going to get you a romance card as well. Falcon, she's gone under the sheet over there. Literally inside the couch. Alright, spirit guides and angels, messages for pile 1 here, for their highest good. Messages for pile 1 here. Alright, you might even slightly resist this because maybe it's been I see that it's been a hard journey to like reconnect with yourself, possibly after a relationship where you felt you really like molded and lost, like forgot what you liked. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. You are being guided, so I think you were meant to connect with yourself. And you're on that journey. It's been a challenge. And you're still working through it. And you're ultimately, you're getting there. You are there and still working through it. But when the time comes, allow yourself to have that. You are being guided to this. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So that might be having to do with the memories coming through. Perhaps you've held on to certain emotions over the years. And it's something you're looking at now. And being guided through. So that you can move through it into deeper connections. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. I was feeling that you certainly are going through a journey of fulfilling yourself and not wanting to mold yourself around anybody else, and just give yourself the time and love that you need. Alright, well, we will leave this here. I thank you so much for being a part of my journey and welcoming me to be a part of your journey as well. And until next time, lovely folk. Hello and welcome, pile 2. If you chose this pile, you chose this card, which is the Carrot. Let's go ahead and pull your charm. You'll have already seen the charm, and it could be what you picked. So we have the tree here, but let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the tea leaf. I intuitively pick the decks I use for each card that comes in with Carrot. I was feeling tea leaf. And then, and these cards, by the way, are 50 plants that heal. And so, so tea leaf, and then the Wonderland Tarot, and then Mystical Healing Reading cards is going to be your final card there. And then we'll do charms. But let's go ahead and get your tea leaf. We have success. We have funnel. Period of frustration. Lessons to be learned. But clearly, although you feel frustrated, there is a light at the end of the tunnel here. Grapes. Time to go out and have fun. So that could be part of the frustration, is not giving yourself balance with everything and making sure you have fun in it all. We have club. Someone will try to make you do something against your will. We have spear. Heartache over what you no longer have. this also just reminded me of Aurora of Sleeping Beauty. So I do think that perhaps taking some time to get some rest is going to help you in all of this, and fun. And letting go of stuff that, you know, doesn't need to hold up space in your heart anymore. And, you know, keeping good boundaries for sure. Alright, let's get into the tarot here. Spirit guides and angels, guide pile 2 to their highest good. Spirit guides and angels. My goodness, this energy is quite chaotic. Okay. But also quite, I don't know, giving. Like, abundant in a way. Alright, so we have, let me get these sorted here. Feel it, this. Okay. So we have the 4 of Clubs here, the 4 of Wands. So you are making it through milestones. Make sure you give yourself a moment to celebrate every milestone and really appreciate yourself and how far you've come. The Empress with the Emperor in reverse here. So I am getting some of you perhaps are on the twin flame journey, and perhaps, or it doesn't have to be, but just you're definitely matching with somebody. But the reason I got twin flame is you might have been the chaser, but I see that you've been nourishing yourself. You've reached milestones in this process. You've been healing, nurturing yourself, giving yourself the things you need to mature and to hone and to reach that, you know, to just really elevate yourself. And, you know, I think sometimes where one thing is, like, I think that there's an exchange that goes on. It's very yin and yang, and so it's like, while you've been perhaps doing good, they perhaps have been backtracking, which is part of the journey ultimately. Like, you may have felt priorly that you were backtracking and you've just been coming into your own. But also I'm seeing this as you've been focusing on your inner feminine, that yin aspect. Perhaps taking time to step away to nurture yourself, and not letting go of control. You know, I got this for pile 1 as well. Radical acceptance. Alright, and then we have here the Queen of Oysters, which is the Queen of Pentacles. Apologies. The Queen of Pentacles. And then we have the Ace of Hats, which is the Ace of Cups in reverse here. And we have the Ace of Peppermills, which is the Ace of Wands. So although you've been taking this time, it's been a process, and one where you perhaps keep feeling like you fill your cup, you get inspiration, you fill your cup, but you might be in a place where you feel like your finances just keep getting depleted. And I think that's coming from your feeling this. You feel like you keep filling your cup and it's just becoming kind of monotonous, that you're filling your cup and then, like, you know, you quickly get depleted again. And so it's kind of you're losing some inspiration and motivation to keep going. I think again that's coming from you need to take the time to celebrate every step. I think you perhaps look back with like perhaps being critical on yourself. So you're being called to go out, have some fun, bring yourself into the present moment. Know that these challenges will be remedied. Like, I think it's literally going to be just about going out and having fun, enjoying yourself, and things will spark. Alright, and then we have Death. So I do see this changing for you. Judgment. Yeah, things are coming in. This is on the verge of change. And you're on the precipice of a breakthrough. That is something that commonly happens. There's always a period just before the breakthrough of, like, you know, it can be resistance, it can be just this lack of inspiration, like a drought almost, and then suddenly the floodgates open. The Tower and Knight of Peppermills, so 100%, that spark's coming in. You might be kind of shocked by this. Okay, somebody is going to come in and they might even confess love for you. I think this is something to go slow on. You make sure that you are in a rooted place. You know, carrot is a root, and it helps with eye eyesight. So you want to be rooted and grounded in this, to not make any hasty decisions. Go slow, because I see this shocking you. So perhaps if this happens, maybe take some time to really digest it all before taking any kind of action yourself. Because with this, lizard here with the hand, you want to make sure that desire doesn't affect the moves that you make. Alright, let's go ahead and get your mystical healing reading card. Especially because I'm seeing that you are a new person. You've been very much so connecting with yourself, and you've gone through many milestones to be proud of. But especially if this is a past person, they might not be in the right energy yet. They might not have gone through the different hurdles like you have, to where and it's not to say that they never would, but just go slow, because you want somebody to match your energy so that it doesn't throw you off. Alright, spirit guides and angels, messages for pile 2. Messages for pile 2's highest good place. So it felt kind of heavy there for a second. I almost lost the deck. Don't let this shock cause you to lose yourself. Stay grounded. I don't think it'll feel too heavy or over stimulating, as long as you ground yourself and give yourself clear mind. Take some deep breaths when it occurs. Create boundaries. So I believe we did get that. Was that for yours or pile 1? But yeah, create boundaries. And I am seeing, kind of twin flame energy here too. You don't want to fall in love for love's sake. You want to make sure there aren't masks being worn, that you're both in clarity. We have reverse dissociation. This is all so much coming through, very much so that Empress, Emperor, reverse energies strongly coming through here. Yeah, they're holding things up. I think you've been working through things, trying to have healthier boundaries, but break down, unhealthy walls, like to be more open, but to still have good healthy boundaries as well. walked through those walls that they have, there might still be some dissociation. Or just, there still needs to be balancing of the masc and femme. Alright, we have relieve anxiety. So, with heartache over what you no longer have, and I wanted to say need. So perhaps you're letting go and realizing that need and love are very different things, and you don't need anyone. You are, overcoming your own stuff, and you are in a really good energy. But also, okay, so yeah, I am still getting about self-criticizing. So don't be too hard on yourself. You might be creating monsters in your mind. Like, you might be getting in your head with conflict, creating this anxiety. This is still somewhat reminding me of pile 1. You are being guided. Trust your intuition. Alright, and then we have contemplate death and beyond. And with the death card here, I think this is about that breakthrough that is going to come to you for sure. We have lots of keys here. Here's the key. So in this, I believe this is about believing in yourself, and again, letting go of like anything in your past. Especially, I just got guilt and shame. If you feel any guilt or shame, know that it's okay and that you're evolving. And you're reaching a point where you're going to break through. And you don't need to carry that into anything any further. So let go. But I'm also getting the idea of planning. Not getting attached to any plans, but just planning. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and get your charms. This marble was quite heavy. Okay, I got with that ending cycles. I think you're going through a period of ending lots of cycles and reaching new heights. I just kind of saw the Four of Wands as a ladder. So you are elevating and reaching new heights and letting go of anything that's causing us extra weight. We have a hot drink here with whipped cream on the top. Okay, I should just got that song, Hot to Go. Okay, so remember that you are a gift and that you can choose to be happy, to let go of the despair. You don't have to focus on it. Perhaps you've had things to process and it's, you've almost adapted to that feeling the need to process things, but you can let go and have fun. I got fun in the sun. But yeah, I'm again getting let go of any shame or guilt. There is no reason to feel that way. I think you even know that, but you just might be carrying somebody else's burden, which is why, create those boundaries. Let go. Know that whatever this was not your fault. You did nothing to deserve it, and you can let it go because it's not yours to carry. Have Aries here. So you might be an Aries, you might be dealing with an Aries, and Aries might be coming in. This is very much so that energy of like the Knight of Wands. Very, there's great qualities to Aries, and then there's, like with all of the signs, there's always pros and cons. They're not necessarily bad things, but things that can get in the challenges of each aspect. And for Aries, they can be impulsive, they can be, all of those things that the Knight of Wands kind of represents. I don't know if it is an Aries card or not, but it feels that way. Impulsive, headstrong, diving into things. So perhaps that's something to look at with yourself as well, not just whoever it is coming in. And that's why, again, root yourself into things that and ground yourself through meditation or breath work. It'll really help you withstand this. I also got, what's it called? With the bowl. I've gotten this before, and I looked up the word and I can't think of it still. The word conquistador is coming, but it's not that. But with the red and the bull charging. But also you're getting your passion back, and you're learning how to tame the desire so that it can be beneficial and not something that takes over. We have the rose here. So definitely, I think there is going to be a confession of love. We have the key here, and it landed on relieve anxiety. I'm again getting radical acceptance is going to be a huge key. It's going to help relieve your anxiety. We have the snowman. So that's about taking it slow again. Yeah, I think of winter as like a very slow slow period. You know, snow kind of covers everything and muffles the sound. It's very hangman energy, very and hermit energy, and you know, a few different things all tied together, but like it's very introspective. You are made up. So I was getting how snowflakes are all so unique. They could be like, you know, each unique person, and you take them all together and make this snowman. So you have so many unique aspects that make you who you are, and that's so special. You are a gift. You bring a unique spice to this world, just adding to the wonderful alchemy of everything. So don't doubt yourself and celebrate your milestones. We have the elephant with a heart. Again, about love messages coming in. And to go slow, this might feel big. And it landed on the hand here. That is the left hand and the intuitive side there. So listen to your intuition. And then we have the leaf growth landing here in the masculine side. So there is growth, you know, again, go slow, feel it out. They might not be in a good, like whoever this person, the Emperor in reverse might be for you, they might not be in the right energy now, but they are growing. You know, they might have had a stagnant period and you've been focusing on yourself, and I think you're going to continue to do that, and they're going through a period of growth now. Alright, we are going to leave this here. I thank you so much for being a part of my journey and welcoming me to be a part of your journey as well. Until next time, lovely folk. Hello and welcome, lovely folk. We are getting into pile 3's reading. If you chose this card, this is Myrtle. And we are going to grab your charm right now, which you've already seen. Some of you may have picked based on your charm here. Alright, we have an angel. Okay, so let's go ahead and start. Your Myrtle card comes from the stack 50 plants that heal, and then we are going to get into, I intuitively pick the decks off of your card. That's why you don't see me shuffling for this card. So then we had the Botticelli deck for your actual tarot, but we'll start out with this mystical healing reading card, and then after your reading we will choose a Star Dragon's Oracle card, and then your charms as well. So let's go ahead and grab your mystical healing card. With Myrtle, I keep getting Moaning Myrtle from Harry Potter. That slightly influenced the cards here, but Myrtle also always reminds me of like being timid. You know, I guess even Myrtle's character kind of is. Alright, what does pile 3 need to know? Messages for pile 3, please. Messages for pile 3. Ooh. Alright, not these, but these. Okay. So we have here, create boundaries. This came out for pile 2 as well. They also had this deck. I'm getting with 7, but luck is on your side. Yeah, you're being protected from anyone who might be untoward. If that's something that you've been worried about. And then we have explore your ancestry. So this might help move you in the direction that you're being guided. Okay, so your ancestors might be guiding you to your path. Not that you're not on your path. I believe any paths we take, any routes, you know, we're meant to take them. But they might be guiding you to your ultimate path, like perhaps your purpose. And she's standing on a little stone here. Excuse me. That has a 6 on it, and then there's a 6 before this direction. And the gears have some numbers as well, and then here's the 7. So again, luck is on your side, and you are being guided. And there's 36, 2, 1, 66, 9, 7, 8. And a 3 here. So angel numbers might help as well guide you. If you catch a number and it really sits with you, look it up. There might be a message there for you. Okay, I'm being reminded. There was a phrase I said a long time ago. I got knocked for 6. There's like a phrase called saying knocked for 6, but I fell from 6 to the 9 to remember the 3. Because what I was getting at was 6 was love is the lovers, and I was coming out of a relationship at the time, and so I fell from 6 to 9, and 9 being the hermit. So I was like, I needed to take that time for myself to remember 3, to remember my Empress qualities, that I can hone myself, I can create my life into anything I want to really stand in your power and remember that you are the ultimate creator of your own life. You're the maestro of your own life. believe that came through in pile 1. And you gotta learn to make your own music. Now that song's coming in. Make your own kind of music. I'll have to put it up. I believe it's the Carpenters. Yeah, but I'll put that up. But you are being guided. Temper your criticism. This definitely came through in pile 2. Don't be too hard on yourself. Try to really bring awareness to the moments where you might. Okay, if you ever catch yourself saying specifically, I'm so dumb, stop and really think about that and see how wonderfully brilliant you truly are. You know, I see that you are a thinker, and that's why you might get in your head and say these things. You're a brilliant mind, and don't doubt that ever. I think you know that, and you just say that in moments of frustration, but instead, just halt and, tell yourself, like, I am brilliant, I am frustrated in this moment, and this moment will pass. I am finding my way, and I will figure this out, because I am brilliant. Because you might be, kind of halting yourself. That word came in strong when it came in. I don't usually say that word, but it was like halt. So anytime you catch yourself being critical, it doesn't have to be necessarily that either, in any way. Stop and, rewire, be a different narrator in that regard. Awaken your vulnerability, number 3 here, which is reminding me again of that fall to 6 to remember 3. Remember your Empress energy. That did come through in pile 2. They did get the Empress card. So it might be worth looking at that reading as well. Because I see you, kind of elevating, and I see you, really being introspective and, breaking it down, what makes you you, and appreciating all of those things, flaws and all. If you want somebody to love you, flaws and all, you must first love yourself, flaws and all. And know that it's okay to be human. I did see a ladder in that pile as well with the 4 of Wands. Celebrate every milestone. I don't think you give yourself enough credit. And we have 333 here. So that tells me big changes are coming. Yeah, definitely. This is very much so connecting to pile 2. So do see that, because there's 13 and they had the Death card, and, sort of being reborn look into that if you feel called to that reading as well. Let's go ahead and get your tarot. Some good things coming. Okay. So we have the 9 of Pentacles. So this tells me that you are a very strong individual. You perhaps enjoy taking time to yourself, which is a wonderful thing. But there are ships coming in that you might not be seeing right now because you're very focused on yourself and creating those boundaries. So this is, again, a wonderful thing. We have the Ace of Wands. So passion has been really, moving you forward. Again, you are being guided. There is a lot of inspiration coming through to you at this time. I'm almost feeling like this is like pile 2 in the future, but like present at the same time. Like some of you are already at this point, and some of you might have been with pile 2, and this is like where you're heading. Okay, so that inspiration coming in, the High Priestess, lovely, and Justice reversed. So there may have been an unfair situation. You trusted your gut on this. You have strong intuitive abilities, and you're getting so much inspiration, so many messages given to you because you are, again, being guided through perhaps some difficult, unfair times. Alright. This is where there's quite a lot, so bear with me here. So we have the 6 of Wands. So this may have come through for pile 1. 6 of Wands. You are feeling like it's a struggle to be seen, to be recognized, to feel the win. But again, I think you're not celebrating all the milestones. You're moving forward, and you're not looking back. And so you're not taking the time that you should to really celebrate yourself and all the achievements you've already made. We have the World. So you don't feel like you're making any progress and you don't feel like you're on your path. But as I've said, like, every route you take is meant to be part of your path. If you aren't where you want to be, check your manage your expectations, because that's coming from your mind. You're exactly where you're meant to be. There's something to take from every situation. There's something to take from every route we go on, and we're guided through those different pathways for a reason. So allow yourself to, radically accept that, and so that you can, instead of focusing on like, why am I here, you can focus on like truly like what it is, that the lessons that are there for you. We have the Three of Wands. So again, there's ships coming in that you just might not see yet. You kind of felt caught and waiting, perhaps a little impatient. Again, manage your expectations. Don't get caught. I think because you're so intuitive, and it's wonderful for your manifestation. Your manifestation abilities are on cue, but you just might get caught in looking at it all, where it's like, let it go and let it come in as it does. Be graceful and tempered with it to let it come in naturally. We have the Eight of Swords reversed. So you perhaps are turning your head away. You don't want to. I see. You are perhaps worried. Like, I ultimately see good things coming in, but I think you're worried that you're waiting for the other shoe to drop. That's the feeling that I'm getting. You have some anxiety about the future. You're being asked to let go of that right now, because good things are coming in. Trust this. You've shown such good things. You've shown up for yourself. You've been passing tests. Like, you just are hard on yourself and might not see that or accept it. I'm getting that, like, you don't, it never feels enough. So that's again about slowing down, tempering, managing your expectations, and letting things unfold naturally. We have the Ace of Swords. So you are getting inspired, but you're struggling to get to that breakthrough. And this again came for pile 2. That breakthrough was coming for them, and I see it must be coming for you, because there's good things coming. I also just got the Eye of the Dragon. It came like the Eye of the Tiger. That was the Eye of the Dragon. This looked like a dragon's eye. That could be about focus. I'm kind of getting dragons being kind of very mystical and elusive. Perhaps you need to take some time to really connect with yourself. We have the Eight of Cups. be something that you are struggling to walk away from, to let go of. Yeah, I'm feeling kind of stubborn energy on this Nine of Pentacles. It's about individuality and, you know, being good in your own energy. But perhaps sometimes you feel like you get a little bit, and I'm not preaching, I get stubborn myself quite a bit. But there might be something that you've been stubborn about, but this path is like laid out before you and you're being guided through it. And yeah, with this stone underneath the foot, and earth energy can be very, you know, not wanting to move. And we have the Knight of Pentacles reversed. So there's something that you're not taking action on. That you're being asked to look at this. Okay, this I got like open up the curtains. Yeah, there might be a path that you are kind of refusing to take, and you're being asked just to at least open up the curtains, look at it, think about it. So that's creating boundaries. So I see this for sure occurring for you. And it brings in good things, because then we have the Nine of Cups here. So I think you are going to walk away from something here in the near future. And it's going to bring more fulfillment and lead you towards your dreams. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. I just want to see something very quickly. So I feel like this is getting out of the stubborn energy. Unfulfilling job that you decide to walk away from. You may go off on your own, and it may at first, you know, take a hit on your finances, but you stop looking to the past and start leaning towards a better future. And ultimately, this is going to flip around. I think it's just about, you know, at first it's not going to feel, it doesn't feel very stable when you first go into the unknown. You know, her eyes are closed. Her eyes are closed. Her eyes are closed. And both of these figures are blindfolded. And it's about awakening your vulnerability here. So, you know, it's going to feel unstable at first. And I think that's why this is reversed, because you're going to feel a little bit unstable because it might be less income than what you had before. But again, I think you're going to feel so much more fulfilled So you might find some partnerships, some people to work with through that. I think you start out, you're in a very individual energy right now. But also this is celebration. You might just find ways to delegate, and it makes you feel a little bit more secure in the position. Alright, let's go ahead and get your Star Dragon card. Yeah, this is feeling more work-related. But of course, like, things are taken as they resonate with you. You don't want to try too hard to make it like fit, but if take things as they come. But it feels very career-based. There's a lot of pentacles here. Spirit guides and angels, messages for high peace, highest good peace. Messages for pile of peace, highest good. Messages for pile of peace, highest good. Oh, we had a flipper. Okay, yeah. Messages for pile 3's highest good. Alright, there we go. So we have culmination, completion, and renewal. I believe this came out for, it might have been pile 1. I don't know if we had this for pile 2. And then this deck. We have inspiration. I see you are in a very inspired energy right now. Very creative energy. You're being given a lot. But you are heading towards a breakthrough. It just hasn't come through yet. I think the biggest thing is just being patient. It'll come through when it's meant to. And then we have dominance, believing in yourself. So definitely, yeah, I think many of you are going to, take off, go independent in a career path, and it's definitely going to be quite fulfilling in many ways. Alright, let's go ahead and get your charm. Okay, so we have the ear pod, which is about listening, taking time to quiet yourself, quiet your mind, and just deeply connect. There's that Ace of Swords. She's holding the Ace of Swords. The breakthrough is within you. It just needs to break through, which will happen when you quiet your mind. You take time to, sit with yourself and be quiet and really listen. We have the mushroom. Okay, so know that there is growth in in the dark. There's growth, even when it doesn't feel like it's occurring. You know, things unfold the way they are meant to. Roots had to be established, is what I'm getting. We have a plane. Some of you might travel for this position. Give you the ability to move around if that's been a wish that you've had to travel. We have this leaf about growth. I'm seeing it as like inner growth and, you know, learning to let go of what doesn't serve you and creating these boundaries. We have the starfish landing on the world. Remember that every path you are meant to take to get you, it's all been destined, you know. Of course, we make different choices, but there's always going to, like, they all lead you to, like, destined points. Another leaf. Celebrate every win, little or big. And we have the coin here. It is the San Marino coin. Okay, I just also saw yesterday. Is it San Marino or is it San Marzetti? The tomatoes that get used often for tomato sauce because they have the right like water content ratio to like and they're not too pulpy. These tomatoes are like some of the better tomatoes to use in a tomato sauce. So I guess it's like kind of about finding the right ingredients to make something very, because I don't want to say perfect, that's not a good word, but to make something, you know, to really master something. It also has a hornet on the back. Or a wasp. And 3 buildings here. On top. So I think not only are you going to have a breakthrough, but you're going to have 3 routes of inspiration, and one's going to be exponential. And I think you can, you know, dive into all of them, really feel them out, but just one is going to really bring in the coins. Alright. So we are going to leave this here. I thank you so much for being a part of my journey and welcoming me to be a part of your journey as well. Until next time,